Welcome to Neo Daily English.
Neo Daily English.
Hello and welcome back to Neo Daily English. Hi everyone, we are so incredibly happy and grateful that you are here with us today. I am Leo, and sitting across from me in our beautiful, bright studio is my wonderful, intelligent, and always stunning co-host, Mia.
Oh my goodness, thank you for that very sweet and very flattering introduction, Leo. You always know how to make me smile right at the beginning of the show. And hello everyone, I am Mia. Welcome to our channel. On this channel, we are here to help you practice real, everyday English with natural, calm, and easy to understand conversations.
Exactly. We speak slowly and clearly so that beginner and intermediate learners can understand every single word. Before we begin our massive deep dive lesson today, we have a very quick favor to ask. If you enjoy learning English with us and you want to support our teaching, please take just one quick second to click the like button and subscribe to Neo Daily English.
Yes, please subscribe and hit that like button. It is completely free for you, but it really helps our channel grow. And it tells us that you want more fun, free English lessons from us every single week. We appreciate you so much.
We really do. Today, we are going to talk about a very practical, very common, and very important topic, transportation. We will talk about how you get to work, how you travel to school, and the many different ways people move around a big city.
That is a fantastic topic. Everyone in the world has to travel from one place to another. But before we talk about buses and trains, let's talk about you, Leo. How are you feeling today?
I am feeling wonderful today, Mia. I am a little bit tired physically, but mentally I am so happy to be sitting right here next to you. Looking at you gives me all the energy I need for the day.
Oh, you are so flirty today, Leo, but thank you. Why are you feeling physically tired? Did you have a busy weekend?
Oh yes, my weekend was incredibly busy and not very fun. On Saturday morning, I decided to clean my entire apartment from top to bottom.
Ah, cleaning. Cleaning is very important, but it is definitely not a fun hobby. What exactly did you clean?
Everything. I washed the dishes, I vacuumed all the carpets, I scrubbed the bathroom floor, and I even washed the windows so I could see the city better. It took me about 4 hours.
Wow, 4 hours of cleaning. That is a lot of hard work. No wonder you feel a little tired today. But I'm sure your apartment looks absolutely beautiful and perfectly clean now.
It does look very clean. In fact, it's so clean that you should come over and see it sometime. I could cook us a delicious romantic dinner, and we could sit by my newly cleaned windows.
Smooth, Leo, very smooth. You never miss a chance to ask me out. Maybe I will accept your invitation one day soon. So my weekend was very different from yours. It was extremely relaxing.
Oh, really? I'm glad to hear that. What did you do this weekend, Mia?
On Saturday, I visited my family. They live a little bit outside the city. We had a huge, delicious dinner together on Saturday night. My mother cooked a beautiful roast chicken with vegetables. And then on Sunday, we all went for a very long, slow walk in the local park.
A walk in the park with your family sounds absolutely perfect and so peaceful. What was the weather like on Sunday?
The weather was completely perfect. The sun was shining brightly, the sky was a deep blue, and there was a soft, gentle breeze. It made me feel so happy and completely relaxed.
Well, I am very glad you had a relaxing weekend. You deserve it. So, speaking of going to places like the park or your family's house, let's transition into our main topic for today, transportation. Mia, let's start with today. How did you come to the studio this morning?
That is a great question. Today, I came to the studio on foot. I walked here.
You walked here? That is wonderful. Is your house close to our recording studio?
Yes, it is very close. My apartment is not far from the studio at all, so walking is very easy and very convenient for me. It takes me about 15 minutes to walk here.
That is a very healthy habit. Walking is excellent exercise for your heart. It is completely free, and it is very good for the environment because you do not create any pollution. Plus, you always look incredibly beautiful and glowing when you walk into the studio with fresh air on your face.
Oh, thank you, Leo. You are making me blush again. I really do enjoy walking. I listen to the birds, I look at the trees, and it wakes my brain up for the day. But if the weather is bad, if it's raining heavily or snowing, I sometimes take my car. What about you, Leo? How did you come to the studio today?
I live a bit farther away, so I cannot walk. I came by bus today. I took the number 25 bus.
Oh, you took the bus. Was the bus very busy this morning?
Yes, it was extremely busy. It was rush hour. Many people were traveling to their offices and to their schools. When I got on the bus, there were absolutely no empty seats available. I had to stand up for the first 10 minutes of the ride.
Oh no, standing up on a moving bus is not easy at all. You have to hold on tightly so you don't fall over when the bus stops suddenly.
Exactly. You have to hold on to the metal bar very tightly. But after about 10 minutes, a nice man got off the bus and I finally got a seat. So the rest of the trip was much better. I just put on my headphones, listened to some calm music, and looked out the window.
That sounds like a good way to relax on a crowded bus. Do you ever drive your car to work?
Sometimes, yes. If I have to carry heavy boxes or equipment, I will drive my car. But I prefer the bus because driving in the city center can be very stressful.
Wuss, city traffic is terrible. There are so many cars, and sometimes you just sit in one place for 10 minutes without moving. That's called a traffic jam.
A traffic jam is the worst. On the bus, I don't have to worry about the traffic or finding a parking space. The bus driver does all the hard work for me.
That is a very positive way to look at it. Let's take a quick moment to explain a very important grammar rule to our beginner learners.
I love grammar rules. What is the rule, Mia?
When we talk about transportation in English, we use different verbs and prepositions. For example, Jack, you said, I came by bus and I took the bus.
Yes, those are the two most common ways to say it. You can say by plus the type of vehicle. For example, I go to work by car, I travel by train, she goes to school by bus, or he travels by plane.
Exactly. You never say, I go by the car. You drop the word the, just by car. But if you use the verb take, you do use the word the. You say, I take the bus, I take the train, or I take a taxi.
Let me test you, Mia. What if I'm walking? Do I say, I go by walk?
No, absolutely not. That is a very common mistake for English learners. For walking, we use a special phrase. We say, I go on foot. Or, much simpler, you just say, I walk.
English is a very funny and sometimes confusing language. By car, by bus, but on foot. Thank you for that excellent, clear explanation, Mia. You were a brilliant teacher.
Thank you, Jack. I love explaining things clearly. Now let's talk about traveling longer distances. How do you usually travel when you go far away, for example, to visit your family in your hometown?
My family lives quite a far away from this city, so I always go by train. The train trip takes about 2 hours.
2 hours? That is a long time to sit on a train.
It is a long time, but I honestly really love it. I think the train is my absolute favorite way to travel.
Really? Why do you love the train so much?
Because it's incredibly comfortable. You have a lot of space for your legs, you can stand up and walk around if you want to. I usually bring a good novel with me and I read my book on the train. I also love looking out the large window and watching the beautiful green countryside pass by.
That does sound very romantic and peaceful. Driving for 2 hours on the highway can be very stressful because you have to stare at the road the whole time. The train is definitely easier and more relaxing.
It is. I highly recommend taking a long train trip. You should take a train trip soon, Mia. Where would you like to go? Maybe you and I could take a train to the beach together?
A train trip to the beach with you? That actually sounds like a lot of fun. I absolutely love the beach. But usually when I go to the beach, I go by car with a big group of my friends.
Oh, a road trip. A road trip with friends is always a fantastic experience. Do you have a long drive to reach the beach?
Yes, the drive is about 3 hours long, but because I'm in the car with my best friends, the time goes by very fast. We talk, we share stories, we eat snacks, and we listen to very loud music.
Do you sing songs in the car with your friends?
Always, we roll down the windows, turn up the radio, and we sing as loudly as we can. We sing very, very badly, but it is so much fun.
3 hours is a very long time to sing. Your voices must be completely exhausted and tired after that trip.
Yes, we usually lose our voices by the time we arrive at the ocean.
If I were in that car with you, I wouldn't sing. I would just sit quietly and listen to your sweet, beautiful voice the entire way to the beach.
Aw, Leo, you say that now, but my singing is truly terrible. You would be covering your ears after 5 minutes. Let's completely change the subject before you ask me to sing for you. Let's talk about airplanes. Do you like to fly in the sky?
Airplanes? Well, I have mixed feelings about flying.
Mixed feelings. That is an excellent intermediate English phrase. Let's explain it. Having mixed feelings means you have some good, positive thoughts, but you also have some bad, negative thoughts about the exact same thing.
Exactly. So my good thoughts are that airplanes are incredibly fast. You can travel to the other side of the world in just a few hours. That is amazing technology. But my bad thoughts are about the airports.
What is wrong with airports?
Airports are so big, so crowded, and so busy. You have to arrive 3 hours early, you have to stand in long security lines, you have to take off your shoes and take your laptop out of your bag. It is a very stressful experience for me.
I completely understand what you mean. Airports can be very exhausting, but I personally absolutely love flying because I love the result, going to completely new countries. For example, last year I flew on an airplane to Spain for a holiday.
Wow, Spain! That is a wonderful country. How was your trip?
It was simply amazing. The weather was hot, the historical buildings were beautiful, and the local food was incredibly delicious. I ate so much paella. The people were also very friendly and welcoming.
When you were in Spain, how did you get around the big cities like Madrid or Barcelona? Did you rent a car?
Oh no, I did not rent a car. Driving in a foreign country can be very scary because you do not know the local traffic rules. Instead, I walked on foot a lot. Walking is honestly the absolute best way to see the secret streets of a new city.
Walking is great. Did you use any public transportation?
Yes, I used the subway very often. The subway is the train that travels under the ground, under the city streets.
Was the subway easy to use in Spain? Sometimes foreign subway maps look like a bowl of spaghetti.
Yes, sometimes they do. But in Spain, the subway maps were very clear. The different train lines were organized by different colors, like the red line or the blue line, so it was very easy to understand. I also took a taxi once, right after I arrived. I took a taxi from the busy airport directly to my hotel.
Taking a taxi from the airport is a smart idea when you have heavy luggage. Was the taxi fare expensive?
Fare is the money you pay for a ride. Yes, the taxi fare was a little bit expensive compared to the bus, but my flight arrived very late at night. It was dark and I was extremely tired, so paying a little extra money for an easy, safe ride to my hotel was completely worth it. Sometimes doing the easy thing is the best choice.
I completely agree with you. Your comfort and safety are always more important than saving a few dollars. Now we have talked about the sky, the roads, and the underground. Have you ever traveled on the water? Have you ever been on a boat?
Yes, I have. I took a large ferry to a beautiful island last summer. A ferry is a big boat that carries people and sometimes cars across a river or an ocean.
Was the ferry ride fun?
It was incredibly fun and very relaxing. The ocean water was a sparkling bright blue, the sun was warm on my skin, and the salty sea wind blew through my hair. It was a perfectly beautiful trip.
Wow, listening to you describe that makes me a little bit jealous. I never travel by boat, but now, hearing your story, I really want to take a slow, romantic boat trip with you across a blue ocean.
You should definitely try a boat trip, Leo. It is very relaxing. But you have to be very careful. Sometimes the ocean water is not calm and flat. Sometimes the wind is strong, the waves are huge, and the boat moves up and down, side to side, very violently.
Oh, that sounds terrible. What happens when the boat moves like that?
Many people get something called seasickness. They feel very dizzy, their stomachs hurt, and they feel like they need to throw up. It is a horrible feeling.
Oh, I understand now. That does not sound romantic or fun at all. I think I will stay on the solid, safe land for now.
Let's take a quick pause right here, Leo. We have been sharing so many wonderful stories and teaching some excellent English vocabulary.
That is a great idea, Mia. Friends, if you're enjoying this deep dive into transportation vocabulary and you're having fun learning with us, please take just 1 second to hit the like button and subscribe to Neo Daily English. This is our second friendly reminder. Your subscription is the best way to support our hard work and help us continue making these free, calm English lessons for you.
Thank you to everyone who just clicked subscribe. Welcome to the Neo Daily English family. Okay, let's get back to our topic. We have talked about cars, buses, trains, airplanes, taxis, subways, walking on foot, and boats. That's a massive list of transportation. Did we forget any modern ways to travel in the city?
Let me think. Oh, what about electric scooters and electric bicycles?
Yes, electric scooters are everywhere now. You use a smartphone app to unlock them and you can ride them around the city. I see hundreds of business people and students riding electric scooters every single day. Do you ever use an electric scooter, Leo?
Honestly, no, I do not. I think they're a little bit too dangerous for me, especially in heavy city traffic. The cars drive very fast, and a scooter is very small. But I must admit they are extremely fast and useful for very short trips across town.
I agree with you. I'm too nervous to ride a scooter in traffic. For short trips, I will always prefer to just walk on foot. Walking is safe, it keeps my body healthy, and it's 100% free. And free is always a good price.
Free is the absolute best price. Now, let's talk about the negative side of traveling. What do you do, Mia, when your transportation is delayed or late?
Oh, delays are the most frustrating part of traveling. When my morning bus is late, I start to feel very stressed. I stand at the bus stop and I look at my watch maybe 20 times. I sigh heavily and I worry that I'll be late for my teaching job.
I do the exact same thing. I stare down the street hoping the bus will magically appear. What do you do if your train is severely delayed?
If my train is delayed and I'm meeting a friend, I always take out my phone and call my friend immediately. I say, "I'm so sorry, my train has a major delay. I'll be 20 minutes late."
And how do your friends react? Do they get angry?
No, never. Everyone always understands because public transportation delays happen to absolutely everyone in the city. It's a shared human experience.
That is very true. But what about another big problem? What about when you accidentally lose something while traveling? Have you ever lost a personal item on public transportation?
Unfortunately, yes. I lost my favorite winter scarf on the train one time. It was a beautiful, soft, dark red scarf that my grandmother knitted for me.
Oh no, that has so much sentimental value. What did you do?
I went to the train station's Lost and Found office. Lost and Found is the special room where they keep items that passengers have forgotten. I asked the worker, "Excuse me, did anyone find a dark red scarf on the morning train?"
And did they have it? Did you get your beautiful scarf back?
No, I didn't. The worker checked the big box of lost clothes, but my scarf was not there. Someone probably took it. I was very sad. Have you ever lost anything, Leo?
Yes, I have. I lost my umbrella on the bus one time during a rainy week. I left it on the seat next to me when I stood up to leave.
Oh, that is a bad situation. Did you try to get it back?
No, they didn't, but honestly, it was a very cheap umbrella that I bought at a convenience store for $5, so I was not very upset. I just went and bought a new one.
Well, that is a much happier ending than my scarf story. So to all of our wonderful viewers watching this video, please be very careful with your personal items on public transportation. Before you stand up to leave the bus or train, always look back at your seat. Always remember to double-check for your bag, your smartphone, your wallet, and your umbrella.
Excellent advice, Mia. Always look back at your seat. Okay, let's play a fun imagination game. If money was not a problem, what is your absolute ultimate dream transportation? How would you travel everywhere? My ultimate dream transportation? That is an easy question for me. I would love to own a private luxury jet plane. I would hire a professional pilot, and I would fly you and me to Paris for breakfast, Rome for lunch, and Tokyo for dinner.
A private jet to travel the world for meals? Leo, that is an incredibly expensive and crazy dream. I know it's just an imagination game, but my dream is much simpler. In reality, my dream transportation is just a really beautiful, lightweight, incredibly comfortable bicycle with a little basket on the front for my groceries.
A comfortable bicycle. That is a very humble and realistic dream, Mia. It suits your personality perfectly. You are so grounded. Actually, if I think about a real, useful dream, my true dream is a magical, high-speed train that can take me to absolutely any major city in the country in exactly 1 hour. No traffic jams, no airport security lines, no stress. Just sit down, read a book, and arrive in 1 hour.
Oh, I love that idea. That would be the perfect way to travel. Just fast, quiet, and supremely comfortable. Maybe one day in the future, engineers will build a train exactly like that for us.
I hope so. Well, Mia, we have talked for a very long time today about so many different modes of transportation. We discussed cars, city buses, high-speed trains, airplanes, island ferries, bicycles, electric scooters, taxis, subways, and simply walking on foot.
Yes, we covered almost everything that moves. I really hope our viewers listened carefully and learned many new English words and helpful phrases today.
To make sure they did, I think it is the perfect time to do an extensive deep dive vocabulary review. We should take the most important words we used, spell them out, explain exactly what they mean, and provide clear example sentences. It will be like a highly focused mini English lesson inside our conversation.
That is an absolutely brilliant idea, Leo. Let's build our transportation vocabulary word box. Let's start with a word we use to describe traveling to work. The word is commute. Let me spell that for our learners. C-O-M-M-U-T-E, commute.
Everyone has a commute. A commute is the regular, routine journey you take every single day to go from your home to your workplace or your school and then back home again. It is a noun and a verb.
Exactly. For example, as a noun, you can say, my morning commute is 30 minutes long, or I have a very long and tiring commute. As a verb, you can say, I commute to the city by train every day.
Right. Viewers, you can think about your own commute right now. Is your commute long or short? Is it stressful or relaxing? Our next important vocabulary phrase is rush hour. Rush hour, 2 words, R-U-S-H-H-O-U-R.
Rush hour is the specific time of day, usually early in the morning between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., and late in the evening between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., when the traffic is the absolute worst because millions of people are commuting to or from work at the exact same time.
It is called rush hour because everyone is in a rush. They are in a massive hurry to get to their destination. The roads are completely full of cars, and the public buses and subway trains are extremely crowded.
Nobody likes rush hour. If you can change your schedule, it is always a much better idea to travel before or after rush hour to avoid the stress and the crowds.
Our next phrase is a prepositional phrase we corrected earlier, on foot. O-N-F-O-O-T, on foot.
On foot is the formal and correct English way to describe walking to a destination instead of taking a vehicle. If someone asks, "How did you get to the supermarket?" you do not say, "By walk," you say, "I went on foot."
For example, the museum is very close to the hotel, so we decided to go on foot. Or, I go to the local bakery on foot because it is only a 5-minute journey. Walking on foot is incredibly healthy for your heart and completely free.
Next, let's look at the broad category, public transportation. Public transportation. This means any system of vehicles, like buses, trains, trams, and subways, that operate on regular routes and are available for anyone in the public to use for a small fee.
Using public transportation is highly encouraged in modern cities. It reduces traffic jams, it's fantastic for the environment because it lowers carbon emissions, and it's usually much cheaper than owning, insuring, and parking a private car.
Speaking of the cost of public transportation, that brings us to our next crucial word, fare. F-A-R-E, fare.
Yes, do not confuse this with the word fair, like a fun fair or a fair game. They sound identical, but F-A-R-E means the specific amount of money you must pay to purchase a ticket for a journey on public transportation.
For example, you can ask the driver, "Excuse me, how much is the fare to the city center?" Or you can say, "The train fare to London has become extremely expensive this year."
Our next word is one that causes a lot of stress for travelers: delay. D-E-L-A-Y. Delay.
A delay happens when a bus, train, or airplane is running late and will not arrive or depart at its scheduled time. It's a noun and a verb.
As a noun, you can say, there is a 30-minute delay on the blue subway line due to a signal problem. Or, as a verb, you can say, my flight to Paris was delayed by severe thunderstorms.
Another fantastic native-sounding sentence you should memorize is, "I am so sorry I am late. My train was delayed." This is the ultimate excuse, and everyone will forgive you because we all hate delays.
Okay, our final vocabulary word for today's deep dive is platform. P-L-A-T-F-O-R-M. Platform.
A platform is the specific raised area in a train station or a subway station where passengers stand to safely wait for their train to arrive and where they step onto the train.
When you enter a large train station, you look up at the big digital departure board. It might say, the 9:15 train to Manchester will depart from platform 4. So you must follow the signs, walk to platform 4, and wait there.
Wow, we covered so much rich and detailed vocabulary. Let's rapidly review the list so our viewers hear the pronunciation clearly one last time. Commute, rush hour, on foot, public transportation, fare, delay, platform.
Excellent. Please, friends, do not worry if you can't memorize all 7 of these new words today. Learning a language is a slow marathon, not a fast sprint. Just pick 1 or 2 words that you found interesting. Write them down in your notebook and try to use them in a sentence this week.
To help our viewers practice these words in realistic, everyday situations, I think we should perform some extended role plays. This will demonstrate how native English speakers naturally use these exact words in real life.
I love doing role plays. They are the best way to learn practical context. Let's do 3 different short role plays. For our first role play, let's imagine we are at a busy train station. I will be the polite ticket clerk behind the glass window, and Mia, you will be the customer buying a ticket.
Perfect. I will walk up to the ticket window now. Good morning. Could you please help me? I need to purchase a ticket to the Central City Station.
Good morning, madam. Yes, of course. Would you like a single one-way ticket or a return ticket?
I will just need a single one-way ticket, please. How much is the fare?
The standard fare for a single ticket to the Central City is $8.
Here is a $10 bill. Thank you. Could you also tell me which platform the next train departs from?
Here is your ticket and your $2 change. The next train will arrive at platform number 3. However, please be aware there is currently a 10-minute delay on that line due to heavy rain.
Oh, a short delay is not a problem at all. I will walk over to platform 3 now. Thank you for your excellent help.
That was a flawless transaction. You used fare, platform, and delay perfectly.
Thank you. Now let's do roleplay number 2. Let's imagine a situation where you are calling your boss on the telephone because you are stuck in terrible morning traffic. I will be your strict but understanding boss, Miss Davis.
Oh boy, calling the boss is always stressful.
here I go. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Miss Davis speaking.
Good morning, Miss Davis. This is Leo. I am calling to deeply apologize, but I am going to be about 20 minutes late for our morning meeting today.
Oh, I see. Is everything all right, Leo? Are you safe?
Yes, I am completely safe, thank you. Unfortunately, my daily commute is a total disaster today. I'm on the city bus, but we are stuck in terrible rush hour traffic. The bus hasn't moved an inch in 10 minutes.
I understand completely, Leo. Public transportation can be very unpredictable during rush hour. Do not stress about the meeting. We will wait for you to arrive safely.
Thank you so much for understanding, Miss Davis. I will see you as soon as I can.
And roleplay 2 ends.
Great job, Leo. You sounded very polite and professional. You seamlessly used the words commute, rush hour, and public transportation.
It felt very realistic. Let's do one final quick roleplay. Roleplay number 3. Let's imagine you just arrived at a new airport and you are taking a taxi to your hotel. I will be the friendly local taxi driver and you are the tired tourist.
Let's do it. I'm opening the taxi door now. And roleplay 3 begins.
Welcome to the city, miss. Where can I drive you today?
Hello, thank you. Could you please take me to the Grand Plaza Hotel in the city center?
Absolutely. The Grand Plaza Hotel is a beautiful place. Would you prefer me to take the highway route or should I drive through the city streets? The highway is faster, but the fare will be a little more expensive because of the toll road.
I am quite tired from my long flight, so please take the fastest highway route. I don't mind paying a slightly higher fare to arrive quickly.
Understood. Sit back and relax. We should arrive at your hotel in about 25 minutes.
And roleplay 3 ends. Brilliant. Roleplays like these are so valuable because they show our listeners exactly how to structure their sentences when they travel to an English-speaking country.
I completely agree. If you are watching this video, try repeating those roleplay lines out loud in your room. Speaking out loud trains your mouth muscles to produce English sounds naturally.
We have shared so much knowledge today. We talked about Leo's frustrating rush hour bus rides, Mia's healthy morning walks on foot, long romantic train rides through the countryside, fun and loud road trips to the sunny beach with friends, flying across the world to Spain, dealing with annoying transportation delays, and even our wildest dreams of flying in private jets.
It has been an incredibly full and detailed journey through the world of transportation. And now, my friends, it is time for our absolute favorite part of every single episode.
Yes, it is time for the Neo Daily English question of the day. This is the moment where we pass the microphone through the screen over to you, our amazing viewers.
We always love to hear your personal stories in the comments section. Reading your answers is the absolute highlight of our week, and it is fantastic free daily writing practice for you to improve your English grammar and spelling.
Today's question of the day is directly related to everything we just practiced. The question is, what is your favorite way to travel? Do you prefer to go by bus, by car, by train, on foot, or by bicycle? Please tell us about your typical daily commute.
We want to hear all about your daily life. You do not need to write a perfect, complex, multi-paragraph essay. You can write a very short, simple sentence to start. For example, you can write, "My favorite way to travel is by bus because I can read my book." Or, "I go to my office on foot because it is very close."
Or, if you want to challenge yourself and practice more advanced English, try writing a longer, more detailed sentence. You could write, "My daily commute is quite short. I ride my comfortable bicycle to the university every morning, which allows me to avoid the terrible rush hour jams and saves me the cost of a train fare."
We honestly look forward to reading every single comment you write below. We really do read them all. We are always so incredibly happy to learn more about where you live, how you travel, and what your daily routines look like.
And before we wrap up this massive deep dive lesson into getting around the city, I have one final incredibly important responsibility today. For our third and final time, if you have made it this far in the video and you haven't done it yet, please click that beautiful subscribe button and hit the like icon to support Neo Daily English.
Yes, please do. It takes you less than 1 second, but it means the absolute world to Leo and me. It ensures that our channel continues to grow so we can keep providing these long, detailed, and fun English lessons for you completely for free.
And if you have a friend, a family member, or a colleague at work who is also trying hard to learn English, please share this specific video with them. Learning a new language with a friend makes the difficult journey so much easier and far more fun. You can even practice the taxi and train station roleplays we just did together.
Thank you so much for spending so much of your valuable time practicing English with us today. We know that learning a completely new language as an adult or a teenager is an incredibly big project. It is definitely not easy, and there are days when you will feel frustrated and tired. But you are here, you are listening, you are watching, and you are trying your absolute best to improve your life.
Please remember to always be kind and patient with yourself. It's completely okay to make mistakes when you speak or when you write in the comments. Mistakes are not failures. They are simply proof that you are trying something new. Mistakes are exactly how our brains learn, adapt, and grow stronger.
Keep learning your new vocabulary words, keep practicing your pronunciation out loud, keep moving forward step by step, and we promise that you will see amazing progress. We will be right here to help you, and we will see you again very soon for our next exciting and educational English lesson.
And Mia, since the show is now officially over, the sun is still shining, and we both love walking on foot, would you do me the absolute honor of letting me walk you to a nice cafe? I would love to buy you a coffee and maybe a sweet pastry after all this hard work.
You know what, Leo? Your persistence is finally paying off. That sounds like a truly wonderful idea. I would love to go on a walk to a cafe with you.
Yes! Best news I've heard all month. Thank you, everyone, for making this a great day. Bye for now, friends. Have a safe, happy, and beautiful commute wherever you are traveling today.
Keep smiling and keep practicing your English. Goodbye, everyone.
Well, that's all for today. Before you go on your way, let me know in the comments, what topics should we cover next? Your suggestions help shape this channel. If you found value in this lesson, hit that like button and subscribe to stay consistent.